Hey guys, my name is Tim Sparkman and welcome to the InVida Opportunity. Today we're going to show you what all the buzz is about and why so many entrepreneurs and small business owners are flocking to InVida. To tell you a little bit about myself, we're in Dallas, Texas right now, but I come from Bristol, Texas, small town, population 71, just south of Dallas. So please understand, you do not have to have a big sphere of influence to be very successful in the opportunity I'm going to show you today. Now, what I've done my entire life is, for 26 years, me and my wife rebuilt homes from hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, things of that nature. Loved it with a passion, loved helping people out, but so many times in life, the things that give you the most can take the most away. And what it took away from me was the time with my wife, my kids, my siblings, my parents, and my church. So a little over 7 years ago, somebody introduced me to relationship marketing. And by sitting down and having an open mind, it changed our life. After a couple of years, we were able to walk away from our traditional business and do this full time. Now, around 2 years ago, I was introduced to a gentleman. His name was Harry Stout, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But during this process, I was introduced to insurance in an industry that was huge. And 3 months ago, once again, I decided to make a change in my life, and this is what you're fixing to see today. InVida Financial Network. We're a privately owned company founded in 2015 with over 100 years experience. Now, if there was one thing I could tell everybody is, so many times in life, we make emotional decisions. Now, what I challenge you today is make a business decision, understanding who our board is, who our CEO is, who our CFO is. Over 100 years combined in the insurance industry, a proven sales system, and a ground floor opportunity. And at the end of the day, our vision is simply to be the most trusted source of life insurance solutions in the United States. Our mission statement is to be the best in the eyes of our customers, agents, and competitors. Why competitors? Because we have so many people calling us from other companies right now. And our imperatives are very simple. Honesty. Our entire goal as a company is to help people out, to sit at a kitchen table and to show them how to create a legacy, how to change people's lives. Integrity, we always want to hold that at the highest regard. Transparency, you'll always know exactly where we're at. And innovation, the top products in the world. And then the last, probably most important one, is compassion. Nobody cares what you know until they know how much you care. This is all you need to see in the presentation. Guys, if I could tell you anything, Google Harry Stout. When I was able to sit down with this gentleman a little over 2 years ago, I understood the power of what he had done on a global basis. Served as CEO and president of Fidelity and Guarantee Life Insurance Company, managing director and CEO of ING Australia, served as managing director of investments and insurance for the Australian and New Zealand Bank. One of his last companies went up to doing $16.7 billion a year. And when I learned that this gentleman had decided to step away from the corporate world and do what he did best and help thousands of people reach their dreams, I knew at that point it was something I could not deny and I could not ignore. He was going to take everything that he had learned in his life, creating billion-dollar companies, and he was going to now reach out just in the U.S. market and show everyday ordinary folks like me and you how to go help enough people get what they want, that in return we would get what we wanted. And that's the InVida opportunity. Now, to tell you a little bit about the industry, it is $7.3 trillion in assets. Assets. Understand our government is $7 trillion in debt. All you have to do is look back to 1986 when the savings and loans went under. Who bailed them out? The insurance companies did. Why? Because our government didn't have the capital. $450 billion a year done in premium and annual sales, and there's an increased number of customers every year. There's a significant uninsured population. And please don't take this wrong, but we have an age gap in the United States that is ignorant on insurance. And ignorant is not a bad word. Stupid, now we can't fix stupid, but ignorant just means that we're uneducated on a subject. I'm ignorant on how to fly a plane, but so many people are walking around and they don't have life insurance and they don't understand what would happen if something happened to them. And they're putting it off till tomorrow. This is why some of the top insurance companies in the world have gone to Harry Stout and said, please open up a company and help out the U.S. We need a sales force and we need you to run it. And this is what created the dynamic growth opportunity. Now guys, this is a perception of what's taking place in the United States. The average income in the U.S. is $60,000, and Americans are not saving enough for retirement, which means 95% of people die broke, meaning they're living beyond their means, they're running out of money before they run out of time. The average credit card debt is $15,000. The average mortgage debt is $150,000, and student loans is $30,000. What we're doing is our kids are going out and being burdened with debt, and that becomes generational also. And at the end, we're all a sum of our previous choices, meaning these are decisions that we made, nobody forced them upon us. So it's time for a change, guys. How to build your wealth through the InVida opportunity. Understand there's 8 levels in our company, and you can go through these levels in 8 months, 9 months, 2 years, or we can simply show you how to, on the very first one, as a writing agent, go out and make a full-time income, all on the power of your own pen. You do not have to build a team. Now, whenever you come into the company, you start out at 60%. And I know this is Greek to you, but I'm going to show you exactly what it means. You go from 60% down to 80%, and then 85% is the holy grail. And the maximum that you can go in our company is 110% of the life insurance policy. So what does that mean? You start out at a contract of 60%. So I'm going to give you an example today, guys. The average policy in the U.S. is $84. That means you sit down with your brother, your cousin, your mother, your aunt, and you show them how you can protect them. Well, the average policy will be $42 for him and $42 for her. That's $84. Well, if you take that times 12 months, that's $1,000. So that's your average premium over the course of the year. Now, what our company will do is they will give you a 60% commission based off of that $1,000. The minute they showed me that, I said, stop. I said, so I can sit at my son's kitchen table, or I can sit at my sister's kitchen table, and I can pick up an $84 check, and I'm going to get paid commission for $600. They said, yes, Tim, that's it. I said, I got it. I'm in. I said, that's a very, very simple concept. And they said, but Tim, you don't have to pick up a check. 90% of your customers are going to be what's called non-medical. You'll simply sit with them. You'll ask them 6 or 7 questions. You'll put it into an app on your phone. Okay, do they smoke? Do they drink? Do they have a job? What their weight is? And within 48 hours, $84 will be deducted from their account. They said, now Tim, real quick, one thing we want you to understand is they only send you $450 up front. That's 75%. And the other 25%, they send that to you in months 10, 11, and 12. So your total earned is $600 after simply picking up a check for $84. Harry Stout's system has been proven over and over again. The average person will make 4 sales a week. One person will make 1, but there's people that'll make 7 or 8 in a weekend. But if you make 4 sales per week, that's 16 sales a month, that's $16,000 in premium. Now we're going to go with a very low number. We're going to say 70% of them go through, but your averages should be much higher than that. 70% placement. What does that mean? Somebody had buyer's remorse, somebody lied on their app. You're going to have a few that doesn't go through, but it shouldn't be that high. 60% contract, $6,700, 75% advance, that's $5,000 times 12 months. We're talking about $60,000 a year off of your own ink pen. You didn't even go and team build. And when they introduced me to other people in their company, people had done $150,000, $200,000 a year, and as they did, they advanced to 65, 70, and 75. Now we're going to give you an example of 85%. As I said, this is the holy grail. You're going to go out and do the same thing. You're going to go out and get 4 customers a week, or you may get 2 a week. It's all up to you. But if you did 4 customers per week, 16 per month, that's $16,000 in premium. 70% placement, that's $11,200. 85% contract. You've promoted up in the company, something you could do in a few months. You're now getting $9,500, 75% advance, that's $7,000 a month. Now, introduce the 4 of your friends that you've done the discovery with, friends that you've learned their why, that you know they need help. And they come into the business, they start at 60%, just like you did. So they're at 60%, you're at 85%. That's a 25% spread. That's basically $250 on average. So 4 producers doing 4 sales per week at 16 sales, that's $64,000 a month. And you say, well, Tim, I don't know if my friends will do 4 sales a week. Well, then get 8 friends to do 2. If you can't get 8 friends to do 2, then get 16 to do 1. The bottom line is get $64,000 a month in premium. You do that at 70%, that's $44,800, and you're looking at $186,000 a year for having 4 members on your team. I built a relationship marketing company with tens of thousands of people in multiple countries. There's a big difference in working with 4 people or working with 40,000. I'll throw you one last slide just to give you the magnitude of how big this could be. But what if you went and got 25 producers? Now you're looking at over 630,000 a year. This is why some of the top relationship marketers, some of the top MLM people in the industry have moved to InVida, because they understand why build an organization of 20 or 30,000 when you could build one of 20 or 30. But it all comes down to timing. Imagine yourself not selling somebody a product, but simply going out and sharing information with them, showing them how you could help them out. And more importantly, understanding you could change people's lives with the power of the pen. Simply sitting down, helping them, not having to build a team, not creating a bill for somebody, but creating a legacy. Guys, get with the person that invited you. Understanding that timing is everything. Getting the chance to work with one of the top CEOs in the world, we have an opportunity not only to help a lot of people, but to help ourselves. God bless and take care.